Welcome back to the channel. If you have not subscribed, just hit the subscribe button and don't forget to like and share the videos. Okay, so in today's video we are going to be doing topic 7 for office data processing, where we are going to be developing spreadsheets using Microsoft Excel. Okay, so these are the units that we are going to be actually focusing on this lesson. Okay, so the first lesson is going to be on how to move cells or a range of cells. So if you are working with spreadsheet, you should be able to know how to move cells or to move cells, a range of cells. Okay, so when you move cells, you use the copy and paste function to move cells. You can also use the drag and drop function to also move text, and also you can use the cut, copy and paste function to move cells or a range of cells. Okay, so we are just going to explore a little bit. Let's just quickly go to our spreadsheet. So this is our spreadsheet with the fruits. Okay, so this is how we're going to do this. We're gonna start by moving cells using the drag and drop function. So if you use the drag and drop function, what does that mean? It means that you have to click on the cell, the first cell, which is A1 in my case, and then just press your shift key and hold it, and then go and press the last cell on your spreadsheet. So as you can see, it has just highlighted the text. Okay, and then I want you to move your mouse. Just move your mouse near the border of the cell until your mouse becomes a move pointer. So if your mouse look like this, it means your mouse is a move pointer. I want you to just click there, and I want you to go and drag and drop it anywhere in the worksheet. So this is what is meant by a drag and drop. You can do the same and take it back. Just put your mouse on the border and just drag it back to its original position. Okay, so that is how you move cells using the drag and drop function. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to now use the copy, cut and paste function to move cells. I'm going to move this information from cell A to cell K using the cut function. If you want to cut, you just highlight. You can then go on your home tab under your clipboard groups where you see cut. Once you cut, you will see that the borders, or you've got dotted lines on your text, meaning that all this highlighted text is going to be cut. So once you click on cut, it means that you are actually moving the text from cell A to cell K. So by clicking here and going back to the clipboard group to paste means that you have moved the cells. So you see you have moved the text from cell A to cell K. So you can also move a text from one worksheet to the other. If you can see here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets. So if you were to cut this information and paste it on the vegetable sheet, you're still going to use the same method. You go to cut, and then you go and you click on the vegetable sheet, and then we want to paste it just here on cell D. You click on it, you go to the paste function under your clipboard groups. Once you paste, you can see that now you've got the information, or you've got your fruits in the next sheet or in the next worksheet. So you've got you no longer have fruits here. Why? Because you have cut the information. So now if you want to bring back the information from vegetable from vegetables sheet to the fruits, you do the same. You can highlight, go to the cut function, and then go and click on the fruits and click on the designated area and just right click and paste, or you can just use the paste function on the clipboard group. So this is how you cut and paste. If you go to the vegetable sheets, you see you no longer have the fruits appearing here, but you have taken the fruits back to its worksheet. So that is how you can move text by cutting them. So now I'm going to use to show you again another method that we use to move cells, which is the copy function. Okay, so when you copy information, it means that you copy or you duplicate the information, and then when you go to paste it somewhere else, you're still going to retain the original copy of the information. So it's not going to happen like the way we were doing when we were cutting and pasting. So now I want us to also practice using the copy function. So you do likewise. Whatever you do, don't forget to highlight. You first highlight, go to the clipboard groups, and then click on copy. Once you copy, you can paste the information anywhere. You can paste the information anywhere. You see, if you have copied, you have the original, you get to retain or keep the original text and also have the copied text. Let's say I wanted to also copy the information on worksheet fruits to worksheet vegetables. So I will do the same. I will copy as we have copied, highlight and copy, then go to vegetables, and then you paste it here. Okay, so you go to, sorry, let me take you back. Okay, don't forget to highlight, just highlight, copy the information, go to the next sheet, and just right click and paste the information just like that. So this is how you copy and paste. When you have copied, it means that you will have remaining copies of the work that you have copied, and you can copy within one worksheet. Also, you can copy information from one worksheet to the other worksheet, and also you can copy from one worksheet or in one cell to the other cell, just like what we have done. All right, and then the last one, I'm going to show you how to move cells or how to move worksheets. Okay, so now let's say, for an example, I wanted to move cell fruits to the end, so that my sheets, they start with vegetables. So whatever worksheet or whatever item that you want to move on your sheets, you must make sure that you click on it and then you right click. Do you see where it says move or copy? we don't want to copy. Remember, when you copy, you leave the original and then you have a duplicate. But now I want to show you how to move one worksheet to another a place. Okay, this is like you're just shifting these fruits to another position. So you right click, you go to move, then it's going to show you the books that you already have. Let's say you want to move this fruits, you want to move it to let's say you want to move it to sheet 4 for an example, or you want to move it to the end, you'll click here. So let's start moving it to sheet 4. Then when you move, you don't need to create a copy because you're just moving or you're just swiping the sheets. So we don't need a copy. We'll just move it to sheet 4. Remember, sheet 4 does not have anything. So when you click on OK, you see we have now moved what? Fruits from being the first but to sheet 4. Okay, so let's say you want to move vegetables to the end. You do likewise. Just right click, go to move, and move it to the end, and you click OK. So as you can see, you have moved the vegetable from being the first sheet to be the last sheet. Okay, so this is how you move your cells and you move your sheets around Excel. Okay, and also now I want to show you how to use the paste function after you have moved or you have copied a certain text. Okay, so now I'm going to use a new spreadsheet. I'm going to use the daily products. Let's say on this product I have made amendments. Let's say I have increased the column width, okay, and also I have increased the font size to font 14, and then I changed the font color to red. Okay, so this sheet is no longer as in original, but it has been formatted. So let's say you want to copy or you want to move this information to sheet 4, but you want to also keep the formatted text or the information as formatted as it is. So how do you do that? Don't forget, whatever you do, you just need to highlight. Let's highlight, and then we're going to copy this information, and then we're going to paste it under sheet 4. Okay, look at sheet 4. Sheet 4 was blank, and we want to paste the information here. Okay, so this is how we're going to do. We're not going to just come here and paste, because if we come here, it's going to paste the text, but it's not going to go with the size or the column width and all the changes that we have made. Okay, so this is how you do it. I'm just going to do here. This is how you do it. Once you start pasting, you have to use the paste special. Go to the paste special, then it's going to give you this dialog box. Okay, it has got a lot of things. So what you need to do here is to make sure that you adjust the column width first, because on the first sheet we have adjusted the column width. When you click on the column width and then you click on OK, you can see now that the size or the column width for column A has been adjusted so that it can fit the information that you've copied that side. And then after that, after you've adjusted the column width, you go to paste special, and then you make sure that the all button it's click on, okay, and then you click on OK, and then you go and paste. Let me do that. My mouse pointer, pardon me, my mouse pointer was somewhere else. I should be here. And then you paste special. You make sure that your all is clicked, meaning that whatever changes or formatting that you have done on the other side will still appear on this new sheet. Then you click on OK. As you can see, now the information is nicely like the first information that you prepared on your daily. So you can see dairy products and also sheet 4, they've got the same information, the same formatting style, and also the same column width. So this is how you can move, you can copy a text, you can move sheets, you can use the paste special to paste your values as much as you want them pasted. I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe onto the channel. Thank you. Okay, on this video I'm going to show you how to use the autofill to copy text and formulas. Okay, so let's just quickly go to the spreadsheet. Okay, we minimize that and then get our spreadsheet. Okay, so this is your spreadsheet, and then I'm going to show you how to use the autofill handle to quickly enter data and also to copy formulas, text, numbers, and so forth. Okay, so I'm just going to start with the numbers on cell A1. Let's say you want to be quickly typing numbers, so you can do your 1 and then you can have your 2, and then you can just highlight both the numbers so that you give the spreadsheet the pattern so it is able to copy. You put your mouse until it makes that plus, and then you click and you drag your mouse down. As you drag down, the spreadsheet is going to quickly calculate or give you a continuation of your numbers. So it doesn't matter, even if it's bigger numbers, it could be 100, it could be 200, and then just highlight both so that it knows that it's calculating in hundreds. Then you copy, and then it gives you the rest. Okay, so you can also use the autofill handle to capture text. For an example, let's say you wanted January, and then you've got February. Then you can just highlight both and then drag so it gives you the rest of the month. You can do it in weeks. You can have week 1, you can have week 2, you can have week 2, and then you can highlight and drag. It will give you the rest of other weeks. You can put in years. We have 2000, 2001. Then you do the same. It gives you the rest until 2021, until the number that you want, until whatever number that you want. Okay, so this is what you can do if you want to use an autofill. All right, let me also show you how to use an autofill handle to copy formulas. Let's say, for an example, I'm just going to quickly make a calculation here. Let me just use the sum function just to quickly calculate. I'll have the equal sign, then I'll have the text in in cell B. I'll have the 100 in B. Then say, let me multiply by 200, then enter. So I've made a calculation in between cell B1 to and also cell E1, where I have multiplied 100 multiplied by 2000, which gave me a 200,000. There's no need for you to go and do the calculation again in cell A2 or in cell B2, B3, 4, 5. You can use the autofill handle to copy. Just put your mouse cursor on the square or on the autofill until it makes a plus, and then you click and you drag. It's going to quickly calculate. It's gonna calculate, as you can see when you click here, the formula or the cell address is captured well. The formula is correct and it has quickly calculated for you. Okay, so don't forget that even if you want, let's make another calculation, is equals to, then I'm going to divide this cell. I'm going to divide it by cell E1, which is going to give me 100. So what do we do with the autofill handle? Just put your mouse to the autofill handle. You can drag it down. It will copy the formula to the other cells. So in your question paper, when they say use the autofill handle to copy the formula from cell A1 to cell I1, that is how you do it. You just use the autofill handle and then you copy the formula as it is. Remember, you can use the autofill handle on numbers, can use it on text, can use it on years, you can use it on copying, money, units, whatever that you will be given on the assessment. I hope this was very fruitful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and then share the videos. Thank you. Welcome back. On this video, I want to show you how to use the find and replace function to change text. Okay, and I'm also going to show you how to use the spelling function to correct mistakes. So let's go and use the find and replace function. Let me get my spreadsheet, and then I'm going to use sheet COVID, and then I'm going to use this text that I've formulated up together with the numbers. So just pardon me for the numbers, they're not correct figures, they're just made for this activity. Okay, so now how do we use the find and replace function? So whatever that you want to find, so you can just highlight what you want to find, and then under your home tab, under the editing group, you will have to find and select. Click there and click on find. Once you click on find, it's going to show you a dialog box. With the dialog box, it's going to ask you, what do you want to find? Find what? Let's say I want to find provinces that tested 2 cases. I'm just going to type my 2 and I will ask to find all. So it's going to highlight for me all the provinces or the number of 2s that are in this spreadsheet. So in this regard, these are 9 cells that have 2s. Okay, so that is how you find. Let's say you want to find something else again. Let's change the number now. let's say we want to find number of cases that that were 45 in these provinces. Okay, you just click on find all. It's going to show you just nicely there. It even gives you the details of the book, of the sheet, and also of the cell where it had these values. So according to the information that we get here, we are shown that the first 45 is under book 1, under sheet COVID, and in cell B11. And the other one is under book 1, under sheet COVID, and under cell D12. Okay, and then if you want to go and click next, you can find next. You can even find text. Let's say I want to find Limpopo. You just type Limpopo and you find all. It's gonna show you that Limpopo is under book 1, sheet COVID, under cell A6. So now, because my spelling is not correct there, let's say I want to replace this incorrect Limpopo and put in a correct Limpopo. This is how we do it. After you have found all, you go and click on replace. So the computer shows you that it has found Limpopo, and you are going to replace it with the correct Limpopo. So you can just type it. You can just type the correct Limpopo, and then you replace, and you close. You can see now that under this sheet we no longer have the incorrect Limpopo, but we have the correct Limpopo. So that is how you replace. Let's go and do again the find. Let's find the 2's again, and then we find all, and after that we want to replace them. Let's replace them with 5's and replace all. The computer will tell you that it has made all this replacement. It means that under this spreadsheet we had 11 2's, but now they are all replaced by 11 5's. Then you click on OK. Then you close. So that's how you use the find and replace function. So now I want to show you how to do the spell check. Okay, so going to show you how to do the spelling check. So go to your ribbons, and then you go onto the review menu. Under proofing groups, there is ABC spelling. When you click on it, it's going to do the spell check. But now, as you can see, my mouse pointer was somewhere here, not in the text that I want to spell check. So what you need to do is to highlight the text that you want. Let's highlight, or we can just highlight the whole book. Remember, if you don't know how to use your mouse, you can use the shift plus the arrows. Okay, and then you go on your review and spelling. Spell check is going to be done like that. Then if it says you are good to go, it means that you are fine. Then you are done with your spell check. Okay, so there's certain words that it cannot read, especially if it's not in English. So for an example here, I've written my Eastern Cape in Chinese, so it does not even recognize what that is. Okay, so what you can do, you can just use the find and replace to make that change. You can find, make sure that you type the Eastern the way it is typed in the text, and then you find all, and then you replace. You don't want Western Cape, but you want Eastern Cape, and then you replace with the correct Eastern Cape. Eastern Cape. Then you close. You replace and close. So if you go and check on your spreadsheet, you no longer have that incorrect Eastern Cape because you've used the find and select. So when you're doing the spell check, you do it exactly as you do it in Word. If your text is correct, is in English, it's going to find the spelling errors and it's going to correct them for you. So this is how you do, or this is how you use the find and replace, and also how you use the spell check. So when you do the spell check, you must highlight your text where you want. You can go to review, and you can go to spelling. Then you click on OK. Then if you want to find a replace, you go home, you go to find, you click on find, or you can click on replace, depending on what you want. I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. On this video, I want to show you how to change the page setup and also how to rotate text in cells. Okay, so normally all the sheets, they come in a portrait form, so it depends on the instructions that you're given. If they want you to change or to do a page setup, it could be that they want you to change margins. It could be they want you to change the page orientation, which might be changing from portrait to landscape. Okay, so how do we change the page orientation? So this is in portrait. Okay, let's say we want to change this workbook or this worksheet into a portrait, into a landscape format. So let me just quickly do a preview of how the sheet looks like. So this is the sheet, and this sheet is in portrait orientation. So you can change it on the print settings by just coming to print, and then you go where it says orientation, then you change it from portrait to landscape. So you can see now that the page is a bit wider or narrower because it's no longer in portrait. So let me put it back to portrait. So this is portrait and this is landscape. So you can get these settings even on the print section. Even with the margins, if you want to change the margins as well, you can find the margins here. It will depend on what do you want. You can use the predefined margins like the normal margins, the wide or narrow, or you can customize your margins. Customizing meaning that you can get to have or to increase the margins. As you increase, you can see that there's a movement in here. Let me also increase the right. You see there's also a movement in there. So it's up to you how you want your margins. You can also do the top margins. If you increase here, you can see now that you have a margin on top of your sheet increased, and also you can do the bottom here. You can decrease, increase, you can decrease, increase. It will depend on what you are looking for. Okay, or this is another way. I'll give you another way again of how to change the margins and also how to change the page orientation. So you can do that through the page layout, and there you have your margins here. This is the normal way of doing or of inserting or changing margins. You can use the predefined, which is normal, wide and narrow, or you can just go to customize margins. On customizing margins, meaning that you have to key in or increase or decrease the margins depending on the instruction that is given. And also you can get to preview how your page is going to look like. Okay, so also you can change the orientation from portrait, from landscape to portrait again, from portrait to landscape. So now, as you can see, I want you to check this particular dotted line. Now we are on landscape, and you can see the dotted line is somewhere here. But if you change again to portrait, you can see now that the line is closer to eye, meaning that it is in a portrait format. While you are still there, you can change a lot of things. You can also change the page size. Remember, we are on page setup, so you can also change the paper size. Normally we use the A4, normally we use the letter, depending on what you are doing. If you're preparing financial statements, you may use the statement size paper, as well as if you are going to be doing envelopes. You will also need to change the size so that when you print, your page is gonna come on the envelope settings. So this is how you can do your page setup. Okay, so now you can access, remember you can access it through your file and print. You can still get them here. You can get your orientation. You can get your letter. You can change from letter to A4. You can change your normal margins. You can get to choose how you want to print your sheets. If you want them to fit on one page, you'll click here. If you want them to fit all the columns on one page, you're gonna choose this option. If also you want to fit all your rows in one page, the spreadsheet is also capable. It's going to squeeze in all your rows in one page. If, for an example, you want to print the active sheet or the one that we're currently using, you just come to print active sheet. You can choose an option of printing a selection, meaning that you will be printing the selected part and then not the entire workbook. You can print the active sheets. You can also print the entire workbook. Okay, so this is your page setup. You can get it under your print preview section, or you can get it under your page layout menu. Okay, so now I just want to take you back to my COVID-19 data, so that I show you how to do a text rotation. You remember how to rotate text in cells. Okay, so let's quickly do that. Okay, let's go back to our spreadsheet, and then I'm going to use this very same spreadsheet to do a text rotation from B3 to D3, meaning that I have to highlight first the words or my headings that I want to change the text direction. If you want to do text rotation, you can rotate your text vertically. You can rotate it horizontally. You can rotate it in different angles: 45 degrees, at 90 degrees, at 360 degrees, depending on the instructions that you're given. Okay, so remember, when you highlight, you have to go home and go to alignment. Under alignment, you can use two methods. You can go to the drop down arrow, or you can use the icon that is having an A, B underlined there. When you put your mouse on it, it says orientation. Rotate your text diagonally. And when you click on the drop down arrow, it shows you all the angles. You have angle counterclockwise. You've got angle clockwise. Even the text, if you can see, the AB is now changing. You see, it's not the same as it was here. You can use that. You can change it to vertical text. You can rotate it up. You can rotate it down. You can format the cell alignment. Okay, so you can use that part, or you can just go through the drop down arrow under your home tab on your alignment groups, and then do you see where it says orientation, and then you've got this clock, kind of like it has got degrees. So if you increase here, you can see that this clock is moving upwards, meaning that whatever that direction where your text is heading, that is the direction. So now I'm at 45 degrees, meaning that my text is going to appear just like this text that you see. Okay, so if you click on OK, you will see that your text has changed. It is under 45 degrees rotation. So if you want to change, you can do the same. You can do the same. You can change the text direction. If you want it from left to right, you will click it from left to right. If you want the text to rotate from right to left, you can choose that option. Okay, if you want your text to increase maybe into a 90 degrees, your text is going to be like this. When you click on OK, you will see now that they're no longer at 45, but they are at 90 degrees, depending on the direction that you want. So if you want them angle clockwise, you can see. If you want them to rotate angle counterclockwise, it's gonna be just that. So this is how you do your text rotation. Remember, if you are given the degrees, you can just quickly go to the drop down arrow and then you can increase, or you can even drag the clock onto whatever direction that you want. If you want it here, it's gonna be like that. You can drag it. If you want it on top, you can do it. Okay, so that is how you do your text rotation. So remember, where do you get your text rotation? Under your home ribbon, under the alignment groups, you have the AB icon here, and also the drop down arrow. I hope this video was useful. Thank you. On this video, I want to show you how to add pictures and logos in Excel, how to also apply borders to cells and spreadsheet, and how to create headers and footers. Okay, so you must remember the very same way you insert a picture in Microsoft Word. It's going to be more or less the same as inserting a picture here in Excel. So this is what you need to know. First, you need to have your cursor where you're supposed to insert the picture. For an example, I want the picture to fit in cell A3. So my active cell is in A3, and I'm going to go to insert, and when you click on insert, it shows you a lot of different items or things that you can insert. You can insert your tables, your pictures, your smart arts, you can insert your shapes, you can insert your screenshots, you can insert your charts, you can insert filters, links, texts, symbols, and so forth. So we are going to insert a picture. So we're gonna go to pictures, And when you click on pictures, it's going to redirect you to where you have pictures. So I recently downloaded a picture of COVID-19. I'm not sure if it's here. Okay, I can't see it here. It means it's not downloaded. It's fine. So you can use any pictures that you have. Okay, let me check on the pictures that I have here. Okay, so I'll just utilize this pic. Okay, and then you click on insert. Remember, when you insert the picture, it's gonna be as big as this, but it's supposed to fit on that cell. So you have to resize the picture. Resizing meaning that you have to put your cursor onto the borders or onto the placeholders of the picture and click on them and slowly try and shrink them into the size and shape. Keep on shaping it until it fits where you need the picture. Remember, we need the picture to fit in cell A3. Okay, this is cell A3. Just minimize it until it fits nicely here. See? So that is how you can insert your picture. Remember, when you insert a picture or you're inserting a shape, it's going to activate your tools, your picture tools, so you can make whatever changes that you want to make onto the picture. Okay, so this is how you can insert. So if you want to maybe change something on the picture, you go to format, because automatically it will activate the picture tools. Go to format. So under format, there are a lot of things that you can do to the picture. You can change the background, you can do a color correction, and you can change the color of the pic. If you want it orange or blue accent or green, you can change it. You can also use different picture styles. Remember, when you move your mouse here, it shows you the names of the styles that you can change your picture to. So you can see here it's a drop shadow rectangle. When I'm here, it's reflected rounded a rectangle. When I'm here, it's double frame black. So when you click, there's some more pictures. You've got the beveled oval, you've got soft edges. So you can choose whatever picture style that is requested on your assessment or that you like. Okay, so there are a lot of things that you can do on your picture. Remember, when you click on the picture, it activates the picture tools. You can also change the picture borders. You can have your picture have borders. Let's look for this color. You can also check or have your picture effects. If you want it to have a bit of glow, you can just select any. You can use the so whatever that you do, you can see the picture has glow. If you move your mouse, you can tell that your picture is a bit changing wherever it is or on that text. So you have to choose if you want soft edges, if you want the bevel shapes, if you want it to appear in a 3D format. You can change, or you can pick any 3D style that you like. So as long as your picture is adjusted and it fits in the cell that is required. Okay, so that is how you can insert your picture. You can insert your clip arts. You can insert your smart arts. You can insert shapes. You can insert anything. So if you insert shapes, your mouse, you can see your mouse has got that plus. You just click and drag. As you click and drag, you can see that it gives you the shape. And once you do have the shape, you will notice that you also have drawing tools activated. So whatever that you want to happen onto the shape, just like on the picture, whether you want to change the feel, or you want to change the outline, maybe to be green or purple, you want to put a shape effect. Let's say you want it to be 3D, or whatever shape that you want, you can do. If you want to change the text fill inside, you also can use the gradient to just increase a bit of glow in your picture. Can use also outline, colors. You can use a lot of things here to change the effects of your picture. You can rotate it 90 degrees. You can rotate it the way that you want. You can actually also move your picture. You can drag it anywhere. You can bring the picture backward, or you can take it behind. You can send it backward, or you can send it back to the text. You can bring it forward or bring it in front. You can align, you can rotate it, you can put in textiles. If you want a bit of glow, you can put it nicely there. So the very same way of editing the pictures, the same way of editing the shape. Remember, these are shapes. If you want to change the shape or the style of the shape, you just go to edit shape, and then you can select another shape that you like. And you must know that these shapes have got groupings. Like for an example, the smiley face was on the basic shapes, and let's say you want to take the scroll, or the horizontal scroll is under stars and banners. So if you want to change, you can see that whatever shape that you'll change, it will take in the fill or whatever effect that you had on the previous pic. So you can change the fill color. You can also change the texture. Let's say you want to put a different pattern or texture on the picture, depending on what you want. If you want to use this texture, you can use it. If you want to use this one, you can use it. You can apply as much as many formatting styles to the picture. So you can add a shadow so that it appears a bit nicer, and it looks more alive, as you can see. And also you can apply the soft edges just so that you can see it becomes smaller. So if you can use the 1 point or the 2 point just for it to look a bit nicer and appealing. So let's say you also got an instruction that said you must put text in the shape or inside the pic or whatever that is given. You go to text box, and then you can come in and draw inside your picture, and you can type in there COVID-19 like that, and then you are done. So that's how you can enter your text. And also if you want to put in a fill inside the text, you can do what you have done onto the shape. Okay, you can do a lot of things. If you want to put gradient so that it has this nicely glowing look, so that's how you can do it. Okay, so this is how you insert pictures, and this is how you insert your shapes. And now I want to show you how to also insert borders, because as you can see here, your spreadsheet does not have borders. If we can go and preview, or go to file and print, you can see that your spreadsheet does not have what? It does not have lines in it. Okay, so how do you then apply borders to cells on the spreadsheet? So you have to first highlight where you want the borders to be, and then you can do it in 2 ways. You can just come under your home ribbon or your menu. You can come where it says bottom border, you click on the drop down arrow, and then you go to more borders, and then it's going to take you onto this menu or onto this dialog box. So here you get to pick where you want the borders to appear. For an example, if I want the top border, I will just click here at the top, and then you can see it's indicated by a line. If I also want the middle lines, then I will click on the middle border. As you can see, the line is inserted. If I also want a line here at the bottom, I'll also use the bottom border. Okay, if I want the vertical lines, I'll also come here and click on the vertical lines, as well as if I want the ones in the middle, I'll put in the ones in the middle, and if I want the ones on the right, I will put the right outside borders. So now, as you can see, it has got all borders. Then you click on OK. Once you click on OK, automatically your spreadsheet will have what? Will have borders. Okay, Let's say for an example, here you're supposed to have totals, and you want to put the double border just to show that this is where you're going to be calculating totals. So you just highlight, and then you go to your borders. You can go to more borders, and then from here you can select the double border here, and then you click where you want the double border to appear. I want it there and there, and then you click on OK. So if you can check where you're supposed to have the total, or on the total cell you've got double, or you have a double bottom and top border. So that is how you do it. Remember how you do it. You go to your borders, you go to more borders, you select the style, if it's bottom or it's this one, whatever style that you look for. Then you click here, you indicate where you want to put the border, and then you click on OK. So it's going to appear. I did not highlight that. Let me undo. You just need to highlight where you want the border to be. You go to the more borders, and then you choose the style. You indicate where you want to see the lines, and then you click on OK. So it's gonna be like this. So this is the first method of applying borders onto your cells. So the other method that you can use to apply borders is through the usage of the cells format, and then you go to format cells, and then it will redirect you to the borders. Let me just remove all the borders and click on OK. As you can see, all the borders are not there anymore, except for the vertical ones, for the horizontal ones. Let me put all the borders again. Go to format cells, just add the top border, the middle border, the bottom border, the vertical, the middle one, and the right one, and then you click on OK. So you have your borders. So if you can go to file and print, on the preview area you will see that your spreadsheet now has borders. So that is how you can insert borders. So this video mainly focused on how to insert pictures, and how to format pictures, and also shapes, and also how to apply borders to cells and a spreadsheet. I hope this video was helpful, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.